Fairy Tail. It's going to be combined viewer comments. I'm going to try to keep this short. So it's going to be 325 and 175 all together, the manga and the anime. And let's go ahead and start off with the two people that are supporting here with their comments. One is Otaku Nether. I think that Yukino is the one who tries to close the gates because Rogue thought it was Lucy. But Lucy said it wasn't her, so the other celestial mage is Yukino. So she probably was the one who closed it. Who knows? Do you really know? And here's the confusion that we're all having. Do you really know how to use the gate? Like, who's controlling it? The princess, celestial mage? I don't know. I'm a bit confused, as we all are. How will it work out in the end? Will it be like a power-up to everyone, or a straight-up laser, right? Just a weapon in itself. Would it be like a power? I mean, I don't know. What do you think? I don't think it's going to be a power-up. I think it's going to be, like you say, it's going to be some kind of an AoE anti-dragon, set to kill dragon weapon, I guess. I mean, it's got a lot of power. That's my guess, but we don't know enough yet. And to go ahead and talk about what I think it is, and I think it's already been kind of discussed, is they just really need the celestial mage to activate it. Okay? Like I say, it's already, if I remember correctly, it's already been done. They've already done it. And I believe someone else, so that the princess or whoever can actually use it. So that's the way my understanding of it is. Really do appreciate the comments, and I'll get to your comment here when we switch over, and your other comment when we get to the anime. Kind of Bob 9. Appreciate your support as always and your insight. First things first. Kapow, I was right. The Pumpkinhead guy and the king are the one and the same. So this is what's been up to amidst the drama. LOL. It's good to be the king. Why all the drama? Why the secrecy? That was like I don't know. For me, it was like a mystery dud. So, but anyway, you're right. But I mean, you know, why? Why was it even a mystery? Or as Yukino, I think that something important sure to happen after Mira Jane's cozy little speech. Since Hiro has been adding new elements to this, it's hard to tell what will happen. But she'll play a big role. I think it's likely that her using the gate could bring about out the dragons. Yeah, like I said, I think she's going to mess up somehow, and then Lucy will end up closing the gate. And we already have the premonition from Carla, and Lucy's screaming, and the building's collapsing, and there's the White Knight, and all this business. So we'll see how that goes. To begin with, there could be 10,000 dragons have been hiding all this time. I almost wonder if the magic will have pulled them out from the distant past. And that was the real reason why the dragons disappeared from history. Maybe Zeref is manipulating this shadow with the which I can't even attacked. Zeref said it was the Grimhar's Heart's actions that summoned him, and then went on to say that it's time for the world to learn there are some forces that can't be beaten. I can see him residing over this coming attack. And saying something similar, since future Rogue and Lucy were covered by his magic, I'd say that he's involved one way or the other. Also, future Rogue gave 4 the warning, and are we going to trust him? In 318, he was going to kill Gaijol by dragging him into the shadows or whatever. So, can he not be of evil intent? I don't think that Rogue is in control either. He's done fusion. A lot of people have mentioned this. Look at the hair. Or being controlled by another. Possibly by Fro. Fro agrees. So, yeah. What I think is that Rogue is actually, once again, creating... Every time they do one of these time skips, they solve some problems and create others. And that he didn't recognize this Gaijol. Why? Because Gaijol hadn't... Remember, he fed off the shadows and got powered up. I think that what we're going to see is Gaijol going evil from that. And that's the Gaijol, the evil Gaijol that Rogue is going to see in the future. Because he just created him. That's just my... Once we get into this time stuff, this happens. This is what happens. This is the way it works. So, he just created the problem. You know. So, but although that does make things kind of interesting. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and, like I said, I'm going to try to make this as quick as possible. We're almost at 5 minutes already. Let's go to the anime. We'll start off with Otaku Nether. I really enjoyed this episode. It was great to the end, even though I know that it's going to come back. What is the little hand? This is one of the corny things that got me, was the little hand thing they did, to, kind of acknowledging, come back, and, the anime will be back, kind of, But I think they could have got a better hand signal thing. But anyway, a little bit unique maybe. All right, appreciate the comments there talking together. Coming Bob 9, disappointed. I was hoping that the anime would end with the death of Lecter. Kill that cat and let him stay dead. LOL. Natsu finishes off with the power of feelings, right? No shock there. And of course, the detestable Mavis, this got me really interested, is they're hyping it up. A guild is a place that nurtures feelings. No, Mavis, I'm sorry, that's not what a guild is for. I loathe her. This has really got me interested. Those things aside, I think anime left off some pretty good, at a pretty good place, and the animators have always done really well with the storylines. Okay, okay. I've already said half of what I thought of the whole Mavis thing. When they brought her back, I thought it was BS. I still do. But I thought the concept of her being able to talk with Makarov was good. And I still think it's a good idea. I think it's a good thing. It's just, the reason is Makarov to me isn't, he's a likable character, but he's not complete. There's too much, he doesn't make a lot of sense to me. And she doesn't make a lot of sense either. So now we have two characters that just don't, they seem kind of meshed together personalities instead of being wholes, having conversations, which kind of helps the writer to generate dialogue, especially at a high level, to talk about higher level things. But neither one of them makes sense to me. Now I'm talking about Makarov, and I don't dislike him, but it's just, he just doesn't make a lot of sense to me. So I kind of you came out about Mavis, your issues with her, and I agree with you, and I'm also saying Makarov doesn't. I like him. It just doesn't. Him and his whole family situation doesn't make any sense. But anyway, continuing on. Okay, we start over. The animators have always done really well with storylines, and you know how to add drama, tension, humor, even sadness in the right places. So we're all in agreement. The anime is fantastic, which made it even many ways superior to the manga. Hero was most fortunate to have them. Most of their episodes were pretty good, except for 8 and 163. As for the animes, I have One Piece to keep me. I'm glad you're bringing this up too. Piece to keep me quite a while. It's a very long series, but now that I'm at 150 plus episodes, seems like you were saying you were 31 episodes not that long ago. So you're moving along at a pretty good clip. I could definitely say that it's worth it. Oda's a genius, but it takes a while for it to really shine through. And may try out Toriko. Okay, Toriko. I've only got one episode in. I'm like I said, I'm gonna keep this short. I can't really recommend it yet. I still need to watch a few more episodes of it. It's got some odd things to it, but I want to see how it work out. So I can't suggest that. But you've made me really rethink One Piece. I kept asking people, when does it get good? And I believe that you told me in the 30s or 30 around, which is kind of when Fairy Tail got good. I believe that's what you said in some earlier comments. So that's another thing that I'm thinking of committing to, is once I get done with Death Note and Berserk, maybe putting time into One Piece and trying to get to the point to where I can see, because this is, it's been out forever, so I'm really seriously probably going to do that. And it's because of you bringing it up and explaining to me that at a certain point it starts making sense and it gets better. All right, appreciate it. That's for Fairy Tail. Once again, we'll the animes that come back, the symbol, whatever, when they're, I love that at the end. But anyway, in the comments, I really do appreciate it. And like I said, if as long as we have some comments or something to actually comment, I'll keep making these videos. I love doing it, and I always learn quite a bit. And I appreciate the time that you spend to make them. Anybody can be an anime fan. Anybody can be a Fairy Tail fan. You can always subscribe. You can always unsubscribe. You can do anything you want to. Until next time, take care.